Okay, looks like we're all set. Let's do this. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Pierre, your host. I hope you're all doing great. Today is Friday. I see no reason why you wouldn't be as happy as I am. Anyways, so my friends, let's start off our day like we always do. It's going to be a relatively short stream, but still, let's go over to the computer. Let's check out what we did previously, and we'll tackle our day from there. So what did we do? Well, actually, we did the outline, the little details to all our plants. So with the turquoise green, we did a light turquoise green. With the turquoise blue, we did a lighter turquoise blue. And then with the cerulean blue, we even made a lighter cerulean blue. So that is basically what we did. And what are we going to do today? Well, today we're going to finish our painting, or at least the background of all these plants, by putting a black outline. And then if we have a few minutes, we'll actually put a second coat of black paint on our frame so that Monday we can tackle that as well. We'll have to decide over the weekend what we are going to do in this triangle, because so far I have no idea. But that is the way we had this whole painting has been like a total improvisation, starting from the background color, which was a magenta acra that was given to me. I had never used it before. And then, of course, using these turquoises, I've never done that either. And doing a triangle is also something relatively new for me. So anyways, this is the painting of Discoveries. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get some black paint. I'm going to put it in this palette. I'm going to add some water to it so it will flow like ink. Maybe a little thicker than ink because we do want it to be nice and opaque. So let me just get a little bit of this paint together right here. Going to take a few minutes. And actually, I'm going to use a fairly large brush just to mix in the paint with the water. There we go. Like that, it'll go quicker if I use a wider, fatter brush to do that. And then I'll switch a black background, and all I'm doing is putting water to dilute the paint so it will flow better. I mean, really, this is not really, you don't have to be an engineer to do this. And since we're not mixing colors, it's really not that interesting to look at. I'll just try to do this as quickly as possible. And then hopefully I will find the right paintbrush. I am never going to have enough black paint here to do all these plants. So I might as well just add more paint right away. Though stopping halfway through might not be a bad idea either, just to give my change a little bit from the routine. But anyways, too late now. So there we go. Let me, again, just start off by keeping our materials nice and clean. There we go. There, nice clean knife. And again, everything is relevant. This is what I consider a nice clean knife. Like I say, everything is relevant. I've had this knife for 25, maybe 30 years, so I'm very attached to it. So just like before, I'm going to mix in a bunch of water with this paint to get it to the nice consistency that I like. There we go, to get that nice creamy texture. It's I just noticed as I opened the shutters of my studio that it started to rain here in Nice, France, in southern France. Not that hot out either. It hasn't been, we haven't had our heat wave yet. Probably hit us next week. But we sure can use the water. I don't think this is going to help that much. It's not pouring rain. And I don't think it'll disturb the tourists too much because you could have the worst thunderstorm in the world and an hour later be on the beach. That's the way it works right here. So it'll just give a breather to all those who are already sunburned. So this paint looks like it's just right. I can add water to it as I go along, but it looks pretty good. Now, the other key thing is for me to find the right paintbrush. I don't want one that's too thick. I want one especially that I can control and maneuver well with. So what am I going to use? I have this choice or this choice, but this one might turn out to be a little too big. As I get tired, I have a tendency to push down on the brush, so I want to be careful. I'm also getting paint on my brushes. This one looks a little too thin. I'm going to try this one. We'll see what it does. Don't want this to be too thick either. So, So maybe I'll put this one to soak as well, or actually I have several choices. They all look like basically the same width and thickness. So I'll put these two guys, which I have a feeling I might be going to those. I have a feeling this one is going to be a little too wide for my plants, but we'll figure that out in a few seconds. We'll know exactly after the first leaf. So let me get camera number 1 ready here. I'll just bring it a little closer and offset it so I'm not in front of the lens. And I'm going to start on this upper left-hand corner and work my way down like that. I'm sure I won't be putting my hand in the paint. So let's start like that. It's pretty good. And I'm still hesitating about this paintbrush, but there's only one way to find out if it's the right brush, and it's to go ahead and start working. So yes, I can tell definitely this paintbrush is a little too thick, and I already got myself into a little bit of trouble. So let's try this brush here. Get rid of the excess water and make sure it doesn't start dripping all over. There we go. And let's return to our leaves. So the brush is a little thinner, which is basically the size that I want. But somehow, maybe I have to just get used to it. But it didn't seem like I had the right control over it. Okay, so let's continue. So far, I think it'll work. Okay. All right, that seems to work out, I guess. All right, I think for the larger plant right here, I'm going to have to switch brushes. But for these leaves here, it seems to do the trick. There we go. All right. I do have to warm up as well. Take that into consideration. It's going to give me a few minutes to warm up, but okay. All right, so let's continue with these little leaves first. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to finish this one last leaf, and then I think I'm going to play some music. Like that, I won't have to talk, and I can concentrate on making sure that I don't screw up. Okay, I guess I am starting to warm up. Things seem to be going a little easier than a few seconds ago. So that's very cool. Okay, so I'm just going to move the camera over a little bit. We'll tackle all these little leaves. Well, since I am going to be working from the upper left-hand corner down, I think maybe I should tackle this spider plant right there first, just to make sure I don't get my hands and don't get into any trouble. So first of all, I'm going to come back to camera number 1, but this time I'm going to just add a little bit of music. And this is music that we did live in the studio while I was painting, because we celebrated my 200th stream. So I had a couple of friends, Jalil, Diego, that came and played some live music while I was painting. You can actually hear the staple gun as I was stapling this canvas to the wall. done. Stack all these other leaves now. I'll start with this lower one right here. Actually, I'll zoom in, why not? Just added a little bit of water to my paint. I was already starting to thicken up with the heat. So this is going to be like an hour of doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So
river, like the 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 river. Let the good man flow in, like the river to the sea. Can't you see?
All right, very good. Got these guys all done. I guess now we'll tackle that other kind of spider plant. I don't know what else to call it. Again, I gotta think this out to make sure that I don't paint myself in a corner. So I'm just gonna rework my paint a little bit with some water though first.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let the river flow.
There we go. And I'm actually even gonna try a different paintbrush. One which is about the same thickness as what I was using, except the hairs are a little longer, which just might allow me to work slightly faster, if possible. So let's see if I have control or not. So where was I? Oh yes, camera number 1, let's do that. I'm going to start off here so I hopefully won't get my hands in the paint. Be careful because the canvas is a little warped right there because it's stapled to the wall. So I have a little hump right here, but I have to work my way around.
Natural, cultural activity. Let it flow. Natural, cultural activity. Let it flow. Let it flow. Like a river. Let it flow.
I don't know, switching paintbrushes right before I hit this more difficult plant because of the warpness is a good idea. I guess it was okay. So since we're right here, might as well tackle these leaves right underneath. little bit like that. Very good. Very good. So let's continue. We'll tackle these two guys. 3 guys left, I guess, here. Well, actually, I see 4. Okay.
Why you left me and gone? 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 She left me and gone.
All right. Have to get my chair. I'm going to do this last one. I do have back pains and I don't want to make them worse. So, let's pull this back for a few seconds. I am also going to rinse off my brush. There we go. Add a little water to our black paint here just to, again, make it so it will spread on the canvas easy. There we go. Very good. I'm also going to step back and take a look at what we did so far, maybe even have a little sip of water. Maybe I'll even switch paintbrushes when I get to do these guys here. But maybe sticking with the same brush wouldn't be that bad after all. So, 41 minutes and we have just about done not even half of the canvas. So this is taking a lot longer than I thought. No big deal, doesn't bother me if it doesn't bother you. So I am going to get back to this guy, get that done. And I'm not going to switch brushes. I guess I'm going to stick with the same brush just because I want. Here, let me move this over to the side, otherwise I'll be in front of the lens. There. So, switch brushes or not? What the heck? I'm going to switch brushes. If it doesn't work, I'll know in 10 seconds. And I'll switch back to what I was using if need be. Let's see what this gives me. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was a mistake. It was going to make lines way too fat, way too wide, not at all what I would want to do. So I'm going to leave it like that. Yep, I did the right move, moving back to my older brush, which is working just perfect. And I guess now I can just play the music again. So. Very cool. I hate to say it, but I am having fun. I love this. I love painting. Ugh. Oops, I feel like I put my hand in some paint down here. And fortunately, I didn't make a smudge. I could feel the wetness under my palm. I guess I lucked out. I should be careful. And I have a little hair sticking out. There we go. So we have my friend Diego on the violin. It was Jalil who played the drums and the balafon, and Isa who does the voice special effects, I guess you would call it. So, let us continue. Let's try not to get our... Looks like what we did at first is already a little bit dry because I have the fan blowing right on this. So all this area right here is kind of already dry, which is pretty good. And I don't have to worry too much about screwing up and putting my hands in the wet paint. Makes one less thing to worry about. There we go. Again, I kind of have to break off and start over here just because, like I mentioned so often, I don't want to get my hands in the wet paint, so I have to tackle what's on the left-hand side first to avoid that. And I'm also going to need my chair. So, I'm going to bring my chair over. hope I'm still framed with the camera. I'm not really looking at it. Yes, I guess I am. So that looked out on that as well. Very good. Go. And I guess we'll tackle these next leaves, right? Let me zoom in a little bit on these guys right here. I might as well continue. I'm sitting down. I do have some water right next to me. Oh boy, I'm so well organized. I'll just drop a little bit of water here then. Looks like I am gonna run out of black paint though. Gonna have to make some more. But we'll worry about that in a few leaves from now. So, put the water back here. Let's tackle these leaves. Good, don't want to go too fast here. For a second there, I was moving faster than my shadow. There we go, very nice. Good. Let's not forget to move the camera down. There we go. And I'm going to tackle again with the left-hand side, working my way to the right. Just to make sure I don't screw up. Whoops. A little fat there, but what the heck. So let me just get this lower one here first because it's on the left-hand side. enough paint to finish these little leaves. I will have to make a little bit more to finish off this canvas.
We've got to, we've got to, we've got to, we've got to, we've got to.
Oh, look at that, beautiful.
Let the goodness go. We've got to, we've got to, we've got to. Like the river, 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 like the river.
All right, very good, very good. So I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough paint for the spider plant right there. Let's start it off. I'm sitting down right here, I'm on a roll. I really don't want to quit. So let's take this as far as our paint can go. And where do I want to start so I don't put my hands all over the place? I'll start right here.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Very good. All right, let's keep going. Very good. I still have a little bit of paint, so let's keep going.
Let it flow.
Not sure if I'll have enough to finish this. Maybe.
Natural, cultural activity. Let it flow. Natural, cultural activity.
Let it flow. Let it
flow. Like a river.
All right. Very good. I still have a few drops of paint, so let's continue. Let it flow. Let it flow. Looks like we will make it to the end of the spider plant. Right on. Okay, so let's just move on to the next leaves. Opa. Well, I might as well make some more paint to finish this canvas off because I don't have enough on my palette. So I'll stop the music for a few seconds. There we go. Grab my knife. And we'll just make a little batch of black paint so we can paint it black. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I want to paint it, paint it black. Black as night. Okay, there we go. Where's that fat little brush? There we go to add some water to our paint. Just gonna work this out a little bit for a few seconds. I mean, you saw when the paint is in the right texture, has that right consistency, it just glides on. So makes everything so much easier. So just blend all this in for a few seconds. How much do we have to go? Oh, we're going to be done pretty quickly, I guess. What have we been streaming for what? About an hour and 5 minutes. That's pretty good. So just about got this to be the right consistency that we like. Maybe should I add? I might as well add one more tiny drop of water. And I make sure that it's all nicely blended in so we don't have water and pigments. Let's get everything mixed up. Yes, that looks quite nice. And if there's a little bit of paint left, I can put it back in the jar. Because we do not want to waste a drop. So there we go. Of course, I forgot which brush I was using. I guess one of these two, no? I guess this one, right? Or was it this one? I don't remember. Maybe this one? Jesus. I have too many brushes out here, forgot which one I was using. I think maybe this one. Let's try it. Oops. There we go. So where are we? We are on these tiny little guys. It's camera number 1 focused the way it should be. Yep. Just like that. Let me step back for a second, take a look at this whole thing. Well, I don't know what to think about this canvas. I'll be honest with you. I guess the only way we'll know is when it's done at the end. Still a lot of mysteries. I have no idea what's going to go on in that middle triangle, but I'm not going to worry about it today. And I am going to return to camera number 1 right now and continue this baby. There we go. Okay, this apparently was the right paintbrush. That's a relief. There we go, very nice. Okay, I'm going to go to this with this lower one right here. I'll zoom in actually a little bit more. There we go. Let's tackle that little one. So there is a little bit of distortion because the camera is offset. And that is so I'm not in the way of the lens. There we go. So let's tackle these next two guys up here. Right there. Go. And as I was painting these leaves, I did mention when I put the background on and then little lighter details that if I screwed up, it really didn't matter because I had the details to catch up my screw up of the background and then the black paint to fix the screw ups of the details. And that's exactly what happened there. I was able to fix a little bit of a screw up, a little bit too wide in one place. So let me put this baby down. I'm going to a little zoom in like that. How about that? Okay. There we go. There are a lot of bumps because I splattered that gold paint. So there's a lot of texture right there. So I have to go over several times. There we go. Look at that. Wonderful. Marvelous. All right, so we have one more of these little leaves in turquoise blue to do, that one right there. And then we have our final, I don't know, banana plant tree. Who knows? Who knows what these are called since they're all invented as I go along. Et voilà, très bien. Ouais. Okay. So I'll just bring the camera over a little bit like this. Well, I guess I am going to have to get up to move my chair. But as you can see, that's what we're going to tackle next. The Bananarama. I guess maybe I'm going to grab this first because it's on the left-hand side. As I keep mentioning, don't want to put my hands in the paint, so we'll start here. Oops, there's a hair in my paint. Lord knows where that could have come from. There you go, get rid of that. Okay, be careful here. I don't want to get sloppy because I'm getting near the end. I often notice I tend to get a little sloppy when I get towards the end of the painting, what I'm doing. So, and a lot of this black doesn't stick out as much when when the black paint is dry, because it dries and it becomes matte, that when you're painting it like I am right now, it tends to be glossy, of course, because it's wet. So that plus the shining of the lights on top of it gives it a false final look. So let me just go. And fortunately, I thought about moving this back before I started painting, so that was smart of me. I'm so proud. Okay. So no bad words, no bad words, but did put my hand in the wet paint. And Lord knows I love to swear, so. But I caught myself just in time. What self-control. So we're getting very close to the end of this part of our painting and of our stream for the day. Be back on Monday. And on Monday, we'll probably tackle our triangle. Hopefully, we'll have some sort of an idea what we're going to do. I kind of have an idea, but I'm going to wait till Monday to reveal it. So it's been what, like an hour and 15, 20 minutes that we've been painting. And to be honest, I have a feeling it's been like 10 minutes. That's how much I enjoy it, especially when I'm sitting down like this, really have the music on. It's not bad. There we go. Very cool. Okay. Just one more leaf and a half. There we go. And the final little detail. Okay, very good, very good. So pull this chair back here. Let me just put the black paint, the excess black paint, back in the jar here. There's not much left over, but every little bit helps. At the prices that materials are, can't afford to drop even a centimeter cube's worth of paint. Yes, we do talk in centimeters here. There we go. Let me put that away. Let me just step back and see where we're at. Let me bring this camera back here as well so we can have a more or less a global view of our painting as seen through camera number 1. There we go. So there's the view from camera number 2 and the view from camera number 1. There. So that brings us to the conclusion of today's stream. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have just doing it. I hope as well that you'll have a wonderful weekend. I know that I will. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just kick back and relax with my son. Though we do have a project of doing a little house painting. So I don't know if my son's going to like that, but what the hell? We're going to have to do it. It is summer vacation. Got to keep busy. So, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to leave you, like usual, with 2 things. I'm going to leave you with my schedule and by saying, ciao, mes amis.